Hey guys, how you going? Good evening, good morning, good day. Just wanted to jump on quickly. Usually before I jump on, I have a Decide Your Destiny daily dose. I've got an idea of what I'm going to say or like some of the things I'm going to talk about. However, today I've just been calling lots of family. I've got family who live in Sri Lanka, family who live in Africa, in the US, in Europe, and just been calling lots of family and just checking in, touching base with them. And it just felt, a lot of heart connection, a lot of beautiful transfer of energy between them. And I just wanted to get on and jump on and share a bit of that with you and kind of have a raw go at this. I mean, that's one of the ways that you get better. And I think it's important for all of us to share. And I'm a big proponent of not reading the segment or, the headline or the 30-second eyeball grabber or the clickbaity, grabber, and actually communicating to the human, communicating to the people in that community, what's really going on there, how are things really going, what's really happening, because information, news, everything can be tailored. It can be programmed or set in a certain way to benefit a certain narrative. But when you're talking to the human, you're talking to their real life experiences. So yeah, we just wanted to jump on and just share. I've been chatting to family in different parts of the world and just realizing some of their challenges, some places that they live in. Back in the day, it used to be that 50% of your money went to your pension and the other 50% of your money, the company paid 50% to your pension and the other 50% to your Medicare, medical help and all that sort of stuff. And they're just going, we've gone backwards, centuries backwards in parts of the world, and so, and a great thing came out of it was a moment where, my grandmother, my granny over in Africa, just saying, "Oh look, I don't want to depress you with the challenges, the load shedding, the crime climbing, and all these overwhelming sort of tsunami or avalanche of struggles that she's going through, medical bills going high, everything." She said, "I don't want to trouble you with that." And I said, "No, Granny, that's the point of having family, of having people, of connecting. What sort of human being am I? What sort of spiritual being am I if I can't actually hear and be touched by both the light and the dark, be touched by both the harsh experience, the positive experiences, and I understand sometimes it's hard, you have long working days, you've got lots of people, especially if you've got lots of staff underneath, you've got lots of people depending on you and you're trying to keep that positive vibe, that focus. And you don't want to have, negative or, woe is me or that sort of stuff just infecting you and bringing you down. But, being touched with life is what actually gets you inspired about making a transformation and change to life. It gets you inspired. It has you thinking about goals. It has you thinking about how can I help? What can I do? How can I coordinate? How can I change? How can I be a part of the positive change? I think that's really what, this video is about, is just opening up to being, okay, let me be touched by the stories. And I've always been a big proponent of hearing firsthand, hearing from the human being, not from what someone wrote about it, but what did they say? And so when I wrote my book, I went, okay, I'm going to read my book because I like listening to the person who read it. Because it's not just about the words, it's not just about the writing, the editing, and how professional and tidied up it is. It's about the energy transfer that they give you. It's about what do they actually, that emotion, that vitality, that emphasis, their way of articulating, what do they transfer to you? So that's why I'm a big proponent of going directly to the source, to the person, rather than hearing secondhand information and building opinions and beliefs and those sorts of things. So anyway, I just want to jump on and just say, sometimes it's okay to be touched by not always the positive, not always the bright joy, marshmallows and bunny rabbits. Sometimes it's okay to be touched by the other side of life and have that human connection to that and that reality and understand what someone else is going through. And not in order to bring you down or even in order to say, I'm so lucky, I'm not like that. I think we should all be aiming for excellence wherever we are. I think human beings can get together and create incredible things. So not in any of those ways, but just to hear someone and be there for someone and open up that communication. I heard a great quote. It was about, the death of communication besets the death of everything, So the communication is so important. It's one of the things that I'm so glad about, passionate about, is podcasting and how much that has grown, and people online communicating and connecting. Like, communication is so important. Talking with each other, heart to heart, human to human, soul to soul. So that's really what this video is about, just getting on and just sharing that it's okay sometimes and I've been inspired by someone else, jumping on and sharing more of their story, more of their kind of struggle, and not in order to get likes or get, any deceitful way, but just sharing, hey, this is what I'm going through. And if anyone else is out there also going through this and quietly suffering, hey, like, I'm here, we can have a chat, and it's such an important thing. Mental health is something that governments and institutions and things, that's just slowly kind of catching up to, but it's something that seriously has to be considered going forward, because the state of your mindset is going to be the state of your economy, it's going to be the state of your resilience, it's going to be the state of your problem solving ability, it's going to be the state of everything. So that's why it's so important. And just, it's okay to be touched by and the stronger you are, you're able to be touched by some of those things that aren't necessarily rainbows and fairy floss, but inspire you in another way, because, okay, there's a problem here for me to solve. And I don't know, maybe you won't like this comment, but a lot of life is problems to be solved, but there are opportunities. There are opportunities to change, to have your mark, leave your legacy, and make a difference and help other people, which is a beautiful, beautiful part of the world, a beautiful part of life. So yeah, get out there and communicate, talk directly to people, call the communities, call the people there, speak to people directly, listen to them. You don't have to be terrified of them sharing something negative because you just can't take any more and you're going to buckle over. Sometimes it's just okay just to listen. And that's a different thing, because sometimes we listen, and I've noticed this, you might share something, maybe a health thing or whatever, and the person straight away goes into their mind and looks to protect themselves and go, oh my God, what if this happens to me? What did you do? How do I get out? And they're thinking purely from there. But sometimes it's nice just to listen to someone and hear it from their voice, and actually hear them, not listen to react or listen to change something inside, but just listen and hear them, hear what they're saying, and hear what they're saying behind what they're saying, which is a brilliant hearing skill. So anyway, guys, just wanted to jump on and just share a little bit. I was inspired by other people just kind of getting out there and sharing those stories that maybe aren't so positive and happy and fluffy, but are real to them. And that reality is what we're wanting to change and wanting to elevate and wanting to help each other grow through. So get out there, communicate to people directly, listen, hear properly, and see what change we can make every single day.